Good afternoon, my name's Bill Andrews and I'm a past president of the Rotary Club of Canberra Griffin. It gives me great pleasure today to say a few words about the twinning agreement that our Rotary Club has enjoyed with the Hagiocchio Rotary Club of Nara for many years. Hagiocchio and Canberra Griffin joined up as partners in a cultural exchange in 1994 after the then Chief Minister Rosemary Follett asked one of our members, Kikuji Oe, who was a Japanese lawyer in our club, to develop and progress the twinning agreement that the Canberra City had developed with Nara City Council. We willingly entered into that agreement and it has been a source of great pride and fun ever since. At first it was based on cultural exchanges with young children from our club visiting their club and vice versa. But over the years it has developed to something more, and we've enjoyed a very deep and meaningful exchange over almost 20 years of twinning since 1994. Some of the highlights of our twinning experience are depicted in the photographs which I'd now like to show you. There have been two wonderful examples of the depth of our twinning agreement and the cultural ties between Hagiocchio Rotary Club and Canberra Griffin. The first was in about 2008 when we asked Hagiocchio whether they would join with us in progressing community projects in the areas of West Timor in Indonesia. The island of Flores and Kupang around West Timor are some of the poorest areas in Southeast Asia, and we were delighted that Hagiocchio opened its arms and said that they would willingly participate in our projects. It was at a dinner presided over by President Kunikatsu in Nara in 2008 that the matter was again discussed, and it came as no surprise to members of my club that the Hagiocchio members were generous in donating a large sum of money which directly went into these projects. The money has been combined with our funds to develop water tanks, breeding programs for their agriculture, new sources of income, and also develop a further Rotary Club in Kupang so that the ties and friendships of Rotary can be extended into that very poor region of Indonesia. Here are some photographs that I'd like to show you depicting some of the water tanks that have been constructed and some of the activities in West Timor.
I'm Naida Blackley and I'm Principal of the ACT Instrumental Music Program. Canberra and Nara have had a long-standing exchange relationship, and especially through the Instrumental Music Program and Ichijo High School. This began in 1998, the 5th anniversary of the Sister City arrangement, when we first took a band to Nara. Since that time we have visited Nara 4 times on exchange, and they have been from Ichijo back to Canberra 3 times, culminating this year in March when they returned. Over the years we've taken groups of between 60 and 70 students each time to Nara, and the last visit by Ichijo High School saw a delegation of 100 staff and students from the school coming here. The highlight of that tour was certainly performing at the ANU School of Music, a combined concert with ACT Senior Concert Band, Canberra City Band and the Ichijo High School Band, and that culminated in a massed performance at the end of the concert with over 250 musicians on stage, proving that you don't have to speak the same language, but music is the same all through the world. We had an audience of over 800 people at that concert, both parents, friends, host families and the Japanese community here in Canberra, who strongly support the relationship with Canberra and Nara. The kids get an amazing range of things out of a visit as this. They understand that it doesn't matter what language you speak, that to read those music dots is the same for everyone, and to share that love and passion for music is wonderful. They also discover the differences, which is important too. The Ichijo High School Band rehearse 6 times a week, every afternoon after school and then on Saturdays, whereas the Canberra Band, we rehearse once a week for 2 hours. And some of those students do many other activities, could be basketball or tennis. So they get to see what it's like to be both a teenager in Nara and a teenager here in Canberra. So appreciate the difference and value what they have in their similar lifestyles with their music.
My name is Adam and I'm 18 years old. I have played the trumpet for 8 years. I have been in these particular bands, the Senior Jazz Band and the Senior Concert Band, for 4 years. This is unfortunately my last year. I have been to Nara twice, once with the band and once with my family. When I went with the band, we performed at 2 venues. We played at an outdoor festival in front of about 1,000 people. Another venue was to commemorate the 1300th anniversary of Nara being the capital of Japan, and that was in front of about 400 people. Both were amazing concerts. I think they were thoroughly enjoyed by the people, at least I know I enjoyed them. The highlights of the trip involved, we saw the Golden Temple in Kyoto, Tokaiji Temple in Nara as well. The Tokaiji Temple is the largest wooden structure in the known world, well, in the world, you know it all. As well as that, there was the strange food, the amazing lollies, all the vending machines, the amazingly friendly people, and the incredible atmosphere of my first overseas trip. And I would definitely recommend it, so if you want to go overseas and do all these amazing experiences, join the bands.
Hi, I'm Anna. I'm 17 and I go to Dixon College. I'm in Year 12. I am part of the Senior Jazz Band and the Senior Concert Band. And about 3 years ago, as part of the jazz band, we travelled to Nara, and we were one of the special guests for the 1300th anniversary concert that they were putting on. And we were invited by the mayor, and he put us up in a hotel for about 10 days, which was really fun. While we were there, we did a lot of sightseeing and just general touristy things. We visited the Golden Temple in Kyoto, and I think another really great thing that came from that was, as a band, there was about 15 of us, and we all became really great friends on the trip. Like, just being together constantly for about 10 days in close quarters, we really bonded. It was great. And while we were there, we got to see some of the students from Ichijo High, who had come to Canberra a couple of months previously. And we practiced there for our big performance, and yeah, and
Have you had boarders and billets in Canberra?
I have. I about 3 years ago again, I billeted a few students from Ichijo Senior High School Band, and while, you know, there were some language barriers, we still sort of fumbled a bit, and I think we made really great friends with each other, and it was cool. While they were here, we just did touristy things like go to Questacon and, you know, the museums. But yeah, it was really lovely. And this year, actually, one of them came back to Canberra, and we had a really lovely reunion, and it was really great.
So, have you a message for youngsters?
For any young people who enjoy music, I think it would be a really great idea to join Impact, the instrumental music program ACT, because you're given so many wonderful, fun experiences, like going overseas and just being part of a great musical band.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Rosie Hall. I am 15 years old and I go to Lynham High School, which has a very big music program. Earlier this year, I hosted 4 students from the Ichijo High School from Nara in Japan, and it was one of the best experiences in my life. What's next?
What did you do when they were here?
When they were here, we took them to see the common tourist sites around Canberra, but we also tried to show them what average life in Canberra would be like, and they seemed to really enjoy that as well.
Did you make good friends?
Yeah, they will be in my memory forever. They were just amazing to have stay with us, and yeah, it was just amazing.
What performances did they?
We had 1 performance with their band, and they had 3 performances at local schools and 1 at the National Arboretum, which was finished earlier this year.
And are there any plans to go overseas?
Hopefully next year the instrumental music program, or senior concert band more specifically, will be going to Nara, and I really hope to join them in that because it would just be amazing.
So if any youngsters want to become musicians, do you encourage it?
I really encourage young people to join the instrumental music program because it really sparks an interest in music and band and travel.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Alan. I am in year 12 this year at Narrabundah College. Just turned 18. I've been with SEB since back in year 9. I've been with IMP ever since year 5 when they first started with the program.
You've travelled to Nara?
Yeah, we travelled to Nara back in 2010 as the jazz band went, and we had a fantastic time there. It was a really new experience. It was completely different from living here in Australia. The sights, the people, the culture, everything about it was new and fantastic. Some of the highlights were the food. I just really loved the food. We tried so many different things. We had different traditional cuisines. We had sushi, we had yakitori, we tried so many different drinks too. There were all these vending machines around, and they sold many different things, and it was just really fun every day just to go around finding new vending machines with new products. We met a lot of nice people too. So during the trip, we had a concert at the Nara City Hall and also at the Imperial Palace as a celebration for the 1300th anniversary. We played at a stage in the palace, and it was a pretty nice location too. Lots of people walking around, lots of little shops. It was very involved. Recently, back in March, I think, March, Ichijo High School came over to Canberra, and they had a tour. I hosted 2 billets, one a first-year boy and another third-year boy. One played trumpet, one played French horn. They told me they loved Canberra. It was a new experience for them, just like Nara was a new experience for me. They tried different food, very different food, they said. And also, we took them around the tourist spots in Canberra. It was quite different for them, but they said they enjoyed it a lot, so that was good. Also, we had that combined band performance at Llewellyn Hall as celebration for Canberra's 100th anniversary. And, well, I can just say that that band is amazing. The sound is really, really warm and has this beautiful tone to it. I'm sure the audience thought so too, because they received so many standing ovations throughout the concert. Yeah, so I found when I hosted the two billets, I developed this really close relationship between the two. We talked about a lot of things. I found out a lot of things about Japan. I told them a lot of things about Canberra, and it was really interesting to see how different we were. In fact, the first year boy, Takaya, he travels 2 hours from home to school by train every day, which means he has a total travel time of about 4 hours. I asked him why he put himself through all that. He says he just wants to go to that school because it's such a great school. And sure enough, he's going with it every day, and he's still going. He's happy as happy can be. And then also,
Do you have a message for any youngsters who...
yeah, if you're looking towards playing some music, if it's serious or if it's just for enjoyment, I highly recommend SCB. SCB is a great starting point. It's a fun atmosphere. It has lots of great people. It changes every year, but that's besides the point, because as the new people come in, you get to learn new things, you get to see new things, and you get to try a lot of new music too. Naida especially, she makes everything great. I think SCB can't really be SCB without her. She's made it as great as it can be, and I really hope she can continue to do this in the future. Also, the program is recommended for people who, well, it's not recommended. It's the program's meant for year 9s to 12s, and anybody who's younger, I think they should look forward to auditioning for it, because the experience is great and it's truly important part of recreation.